Good morning, everyone. I am Mr. John Bushdila Pating. Today, I will going to continue the lesson in the music of South Asia and Middle East with the topic musical instrument of Pakistan. The learning objectives for this lesson are the following. First, identify the instruments used in Pakistan culture. Second, classify the musical instruments from Pakistan by valuing the purpose and use of the instruments. And lastly, appreciate the value of Pakistan musical instruments in relation to its culture, tradition, and origin. Before we proceed to our lesson proper, let us first answer your pretest. Encircle the letter of the correct answer. Write your answer in your notebook. Are you all ready? Let's start. Number 1. This membranophone percussion instrument originating from the Indian subcontinent consisting of a pair of drums used in traditional, classical, popular, and folk music. A. Doula. B. Tabla. C. Rubab. D. Harmonium. Number 2. What do you call of the two single-headed barrel-shaped small drums consisting of the tabla percussion instrument? A. Dahina and Bahina. B. Bansuri and Kumbo. C. Punji and Veno. D. Dutara and Ektara. Number 3. This is a two-headed hand drum from the Indian subcontinent. It may have traditional cotton rope lacing, screw turnbuckle tensioning, or both combined. A. Dulak. B. Tabla. C. Rubab. D. Harmonium. Number 4. What kind of animal skin does the smaller surface of the dulak is made of? A. Deer skin. B. Buffalo skin. C. Goat skin. And D. Snake skin. Number 5. This is the most widely known and used free-reed aerophone in India and has been imported from the West. A. Dulak. B. Tabla. C. Rubab. And D. Harmonium. Now it is time to check your pretest. For number 1 is B. Tabla. Number 2, A. Dahina and Bahina. Number 3, A. Dulak. Number 4, C. Goat skin. And number 5, D. Harmonium. And now let's find out if you have still remember your previous lesson in the vocal music of Pakistan. Directions: write GS if the statement describes the ghazal vocal style, and QS if the statement describes the qawwali vocal style. Number 1. The devotional music of the Chishti order. Number 2. Traditional expression of love, separation, and loneliness. Number 3. A vibrant musical tradition that stretches back more than 700 years. Number 4 is considered by many to be one of the principal poetic forms in the Persian civilization, and number 5 can be sung by both men and women. For the answer, number 1, QS, number 2, GS, number 3, QS, number 4, GS, and number 5, GS. At this moment, I hope you are all ready for the lesson proper. Pakistan, officially the Islamic Republic of Pakistan, is a country in South Asia. It is the world's fifth most populous country with a population exceeding 212.2 million. The music of Pakistan includes diverse elements ranging from music from various parts of the South Asia, as well as Central Asian, Middle Eastern, and modern-day Western popular music influences. With these multiple influences, a distinctive Pakistan sound has emerged. What is Punhabi? Punhabi strengthens the importance of musical instruments in Pakistan. Punhabi is the traditional music on the traditional musical instruments of the Punjab region of the Indian subcontinent. What is Punjab? Is a region in South Asia which is divided into West Punjab, Pakistan, and East Punjab, India. While Bhangra, one of the most recognized forms of Punjab, is based on the drum rhythm of Dol. Here are the musical instruments of Pakistan. The first one is tabla. The tabla is a membranophone percussion instrument originating from the Indian subcontinent, consisting of a pair of drums used in traditional, classical, popular, and folk music. The tabla consists of two single-headed barrel-shaped small drums of slightly different size and shapes. The daya, also called dahina, meaning right, and baya, also called bahina, meaning left. Most tablas are made of sisshum wood. Sisshum is a member of the rosewood family and usually considered light rosewood. The daya tabla is played with the musician's right hand or the dominant hand and is about 15 centimeters or 6 inches in diameter and 25 centimeters or 10 inches in height. The baya tabla is a bit bigger and deep kettle drum shape, about 20 centimeters or 8 inches in diameter and 25 centimeters or 10 inches in height. Each is made of hollowed out wood or clay or brass. The daya drum laced with hoops, thongs, and wooden dowels on its sides. The dowels and hoops are used to tighten the tension of the membrane. The second instrument is the doula. It is a two-headed horn drum from the Indian subcontinent. It may have traditional cotton rope lacing, screw turnbuckle tensioning, or both combined. In the first case, steel strings are used for tuning or pegs are twisted inside the laces. The dulak is mainly a folk instrument, lacking the exact tuning and playing technique of the tabla or the pakawa. The drum is pitched depending on size, with an interval of perhaps a perfect fourth or perfect fifth between the two heads. The smaller surface of the dulak is made of goat skin for sharp notes, and the bigger surface is made of the buffalo skin for low pitches, which allows a combination of bass and treble with rhythmic high and low pitches. The shell is sometimes made from shisham wood, but cheaper dulaks may be made from any wood such as mango. Sri Lankan dulaks and dulkis are made from hollowed coconut palm stems. The third instrument is a harmonium. It is one of the 600 instruments of Pakistan and is playing a vital part in music of this country for many decades. The best and the most interesting thing about this instrument is that its sound is produced by air. Some of the priciest harmoniums are constructed with hardwood, such as teak or mahogany, which give them a very resonant sound. Harmonium is of Western origin and was created by a Frenchman with foot pedal, but after a short time, the pedals were converted to hand pumps. In 19th century, when British came to India, they brought this instrument with them and the people of subcontinent started taking its advantage in this music. With harmonium, the flow of one's voice goes well, and for this reason, it is highly used in Qawwali, a Sufi music tradition. The last instrument is rubab. It is a lute-like musical instrument used in Central and West Asia. The rubab is one of the national musical instruments of Afghanistan. It proliferated throughout West, Central, South, and Southeast Asia. It derives its name from Arabic ribab, played with a bow. In Central Asia, however, the instrument is black and distinctly different in construction. The body is curved out of a single piece of wood, with a membrane covering a hollow bowl that provides the sound chamber. The bridge is positioned atop the membrane. It has three melody strings tuned in fourths, two or three drone strings, and up to 15 sympathetic strings. The instrument is made from the trunk of mulberry tree, the head from animal skin such as goat, and the strings from the intestines of young goats, goat or nylon. Let's see if you have learned from our lesson. On the concept map below, you can see the following instruments of Pakistan. Using the box under each instrument, describe what kind of material the instrument is made of. The first instrument is tabla. The second instrument is dulak. The third instrument is harmonium. And finally, the last instrument is rubab. For the answer, take your time to check your activity. Number 1. Most tablas are made of sisshum wood. Sisshum is a member of the rosewood family and usually considered light rosewood. Number 2. The smaller surface of the dulak is made of a goat skin for sharp nose and the bigger surface is made of the buffalo skin. The shell is sometimes made from the shisham wood, but cheaper dulaks may be made from any wood such as mango. Number 3. Harmoniums are constructed with hard wood, such as teak or mahogany, which give them a very resonant sound. And number 4, the instrument is made from the trunk of a mulberry tree, the head from the animal's skin such as goat, and the strings from the intestine of a young goat's, gut or nylon. Instruments in Pakistan are rooted in their artistic culture that belongs to the different classifications. Like modern instruments, they also produce sounds like idiophones, chordophones, aerophones, and membranophones. And now let's do the wrap up. Identify what is being described. Write your answer in the blank. Number 1. Blank consists of two single-headed barrel-shaped small drums of slightly different size and shapes. Number 2. Most tablas are made of blank wood. Number 3. Blank is mainly a folk instrument, lacking the exact tuning and playing techniques of tabla or the pakawa. Number 4. The cheaper dulaks may be made from any wood such as blanc. And number 5. Blanc is a Western origin and was created by a Frenchman with foot pedal, but after a short time, the pedals were converted into hand pumps. For the answer, number 1, tabla. Number 2, sishum. Number 3, dulak. Number 4, mango. Number 5, harmonium. Instruments are not just objects. It can make you hear sounds, and music where you can witness hidden culture and tradition of its origin. Moreover, this culture and tradition will never leave in heart and mind of people, especially in our modern generation. You can still hear the sounds and music that these instruments produce. Now let's determine what you have learned to our lesson. Match column A to column B. Write the letters only. Number 1. It is the traditional music on the traditional musical instruments of the Punjab region of the Indian subcontinent. Number 2. One of the most recognized forms of Punjab is based on the drum rhythm of Dal. Number 3. It is played by the musician's right hand, the dominant hand, and it's about 15 centimeters or 6 inches in diameter and 25 centimeters or 10 inches in height. Number 4. It is one of the 600 instruments of Pakistan. The best and the most interesting thing about this instrument is that its sound is produced by air. And number 5. It is a lute-like musical instrument used in Central and West Asia. For the answer, number 1, E. Punhabi. Number 2, D. Bhangra. Number 3, B. Daya Tabla. Number 4, A. Harmonium. And number 5, C. Rubab. Before we end this lesson, make sure to take advantage of every learning opportunity that is placed in your path. Take time to reflect and always move forward. Your learning is about you and no one else, so make sure to make use of everything you have to get what you need to find success. That's all for today. Goodbye!